All right, so today I'm going to talk to you about the common wood finishes that we use in the wood shop. So let's see. We're going to start with this right here. Okay. This, they label this as a wood finish. This is a stain. Okay. I wish they'd quit calling it wood finish. Okay. Because a finish protects the wood. A stain stains the wood. This is a stain. It's an oil-based stain. It is always part of the finishing process, not always, but most of the time it's part of the finishing process that we use. But it's also usually followed up by either a spray-on finish or an oil finish or a brush-on finish of some sort, okay? I'm going to start by saying the most common problems I see in the shop are people don't know how to clean up what they're using. And what you need to do is just read the can. Every time, read the can, okay? This thing tells you on the back exactly how to do it, okay? I always use a rag with stain. I always wear gloves with stain. You rub it on, you wait a few minutes, and then you wipe off excess with a clean rag. All of your rags, gloves, and whatnot goes in the red metal container. To protect against spontaneous combustion, and then we let it dry overnight in here, okay? But there is a section on every product that tells you how to, let me find it, these words are small, how to clean up. Sorry. These words are way too small. Yeah. Okay. Right here. So it's telling us that we're going to use mineral spirits for cleanup. Okay. And okay, that's what we do. This is what it looks like. These are brushes that I had applied an oil base with. So usually if there's going to be any cleanup to do, okay, I put some mineral spirits in a can and a container of some sort. And anything that I need to clean, I'll put in that. I can soak in that. If you get it on your hands, yeah, you can use mineral spirits to clean your hands, but then you should always follow up with soap and water and lots of scrubbing. I don't like using, you know, solvent-based products on your skin. A lot of people do it, but only in an emergency, okay? But we always apply with rag, and the rags just get thrown away. So, you know, really there's no cleanup to be done unless you get something on the bench or on the floor or on your skin, okay? So yeah, they call it finish, it's stain, okay? Now this is a stain, this is an exterior stain, okay? This is a finish, it's a penetrating oil finish, okay? And this is what I've found over the years is about most exterior finishes are about all the same. And the thing they have in common is none of them ever like just defeat all the elements, you know, mostly the sun, but you know, rain and snow, blistering heat, the sun, the cold, nothing ever wins. This will prolong the life of your outdoor project. I'm not endorsing like this. This is what I use on my deck at home. It's simple to apply. It has a lot of pigment in it, and it requires lots of stirring, okay? And it is a solvent-based product, and just like anything else, you still need to, you know, same cleanup. It's going to be mineral spirits cleanup, and any rags, you know, need to be disposed of in the red metal container. I only use this on exterior projects, okay, or paint, okay. Okay, latex paint is the one thing I don't have here, but everyone knows what that is. Well, I do have something. Okay, so this is an example of acrylic or latex product, and if you it's a paint. Paint acts differently than oil. Oil soaks into the wood. A paint sits on top of the wood. Okay, you can get interior paint, exterior paint, but if you read the can on an acrylic product, you're going to find out that this product cleans up with water, specifically soapy water. So any brushes, and that's usually brushed on or rolled on. You want to clean up a brush or roller with hot soapy water. Lots of it. You gotta flush all the paint out. And so, what else do we have here? Moving on. Okay, this is an example of an actual protective finish. We would put something like this on over our interior wood stain. Okay, this is a water-based polyurethane. Okay, the nice thing about this is it dries fast. It's water cleanup, soap and water cleanup. It does not yellow over time. Okay, it remains clear. So this is very user-friendly. This is really great to have around for, you know, all the kids that I have. A lot of these smaller projects just require a brush on finish. And like with most clear finishes, we'll put a coat on, we'll let it dry. This dries really fast, like I said. And then we'll sand with 220 grit by hand between coats, wipe it down, you know, get all the dust off, and then go in with another coat. Okay. I think that this, I'm not really like ecstatic about like the quality of finish you get here. I think it's a little bit rough, not as refined looking as some of the finishes that we use, but it is very simple to use and simple to clean up, and I can get it locally. So this is a water-based polyurethane. Okay. It's a clear finish. And also I should note, you know, it says clear semi-gloss. You know, I can get like satin, semi-gloss, and gloss. I usually go somewhere right in the middle. So, okay. What else do we have here? We do have, I have a few different examples of an oil finish. Okay. Okay. So, let's talk about this. And there's other oils. There's Danish oil. There's tung oil products. Some of these products are meant to be, you know, built up over the course of like several coats. Okay. Linseed oil is a you know, it gives you a very, linseed oil has lots of uses. You know, every farm used to have linseed oil on it. You know, protected against rust. They use this for all kinds of things. But linseed oil is one of the more dangerous products we use because as it cures, it can produce heat. You know, all the years that we've talked about spontaneous combustion that can happen in finish rags and things like that, where heat is trapped, what we're really talking about is boiled linseed oil. Okay, that is the worst offender in the shop, and we've never had anything like that happen. That doesn't mean it can't. Okay, but and there's a big warning on the back of this about spontaneous combustion. So the thing to note about linseed oil is you can't put more on the surface than the surface can take. It's meant to soak in. And if you leave excess on the surface, it'll gel up, and then like everything in the world will stick to it from that day forward. So you have to only apply what the wood can take. Okay. It's a very dull finish. It's if you want something that's meant to look like it's maybe not new, and you know, this is a good choice for something with a more natural appeal. Okay. So what do we got here? Teak oil. We don't use this a whole lot, and it's just a very simple to use oil. Sorry, that it's good for hardwoods, and it's going to leave again just a very dull, really finish. And this requires several coats, 4 to 6 coats possibly. Okay, and you're going to want to do maybe some steel wool work between them. And this is also a spontaneous combustion thread. So this is also just a very natural finish. Okay. Easy to apply. It's going to be applied with a rag. This is something else I've been trying. I save this for cutting boards, anything that's going to be in contact with wood. This is popular with bowl makers, and it's a walnut oil. Okay, and so this is a naturally occurring oil. It's the oil from a nut. Anytime that you're doing trying to do a food safe finish, cutting board, a bowl, whatever, you don't want to use an oil. A lot of oil finishes are your most popular. In theory, any finish that has cured is food safe. So once, even if it's something that you spray on, a urethane or something like that, something that has to set up and cure. In theory, I've heard that anything that is cured is food safe. I like to use what I know to be a food safe finish, which is just a naturally occurring oil. What you want to stay away from is oils that could possibly go rancid. Like I would never use canola oil or vegetable oil or anything like that. And so walnut oil gives a really nice appearance. Okay. And I've found it makes just a really good kind of a flat finish that protects the wood. I like this stuff. It's a little pricey, but it's nice stuff. It's non-toxic, obviously. It's all natural. So this is a good choice. A lot of people use a mineral oil, which is, it's sold as a laxative. And so the nice thing about that is I can get that at any store. I see a lot of people, they make their own finish, and this is it is commercially available, but I've seen people, melt a big chunk of beeswax into a saucepan of mineral oil to make kind of an oil wax mix. And that kind of gives the finish just a little bit of body, but it allows the wax to penetrate better when it's mixed with the oil. Beeswax just by itself is a pretty stiff finish to try to protect, a cutting surface with or something that's going to be in contact with wood. But when it's mixed with mineral oil, it makes a really nice finish. I have made that in the past. I don't have any right now. I just bought some walnut oil. So, okay. There is one thing I don't have here, and that's just like a brush-on polyurethane. We've used a lot of it over the years because it's easy to use. It does give you good protection. And I'm talking about, like, when I say brush-on polyurethane, I showed you the water-based version. I'm talking about the solvent-based, the oil-based polyurethane. The thing that I don't like about it, and you can get that anywhere, any local store, and it's brushed on, it's slow to dry, and the thing about oil-based polyurethane is it always yellows over time, even if you use it over a stain. And it can make a real nice looking finish, really smooth, really durable, but it always yellows over time. I don't really like that aspect of it. I like something to look the way that it is when I put it on. A lot of your gym floors are polyurethane treated, and that's why, a lot of these, you see an older gym floor and it's really dark yellow. It's yellowed over time. Even when they reapply, if they don't sand off the entire previous coat and they coat over it, it's still going to be very yellow. It just gets darker over time. So that's what I don't like about it. Okay. This, such a big can. This is a lacquer. Okay. This is a pre-catalyzed lacquer in a satin, and we've used a lot of this over the years. Now, this is a product that is sprayed, which means, and I spray most of the finish in here. I don't usually let kids loose with the spray gun unless they really want to, they think they're ready to do that. But the problem with lacquer is I can get it locally. It's spendy. I mean, this 5-gallon can is about $200. It's very easy to apply, very forgiving. It's going to be 2 coats with sanding between coats, and it makes a real nice looking finish. It does not hold up to water very well at all. So it'd be a poor choice for, you know, bathroom cabinets, kitchen cabinets, things like that. Okay. Just for general household furniture, it does well. It's not the most durable. Seemed like there was one more thing I wanted to say about the lacquer. But yeah, you want to keep it away from the water, and it does not yellow. That's what I wanted to tell you. It does not yellow over time. Lacquer stays clear. So it does have that, it's not as durable as polyurethane, but it does not yellow. It stays clear. So this right here, and I've been wanting to use this for quite a while, and I finally figured out where to get this this year. But this is a conversion varnish, and this is kind of it has the fine appearance of a lacquer. It does not yellow like a lacquer. It has the durability of a polyurethane. This is a conversion varnish. I have to take this, mix it with basically an activator, and then it has a shelf life. Once I mix that, then it has a shelf life of so many hours where I have to spray it. But it's a pretty durable finish, and I've been spraying some of that this year on our projects. Real nice. This is a real nice product, and I'll continue to use it. Don't remember what I gave for this, but it's even more than a lacquer, and I would say worth it. So, you know, 5 gallons is more than we'll ever use in a year. So, this is a good product, and it gets sprayed. Any of these products that I mentioned that get sprayed, okay, are usually going to clean up with a lacquer thinner. You know, I have to clean up the spray equipment, and that's usually going to clean up with like a lacquer thinner or with like a spray gun cleaning product. So that's just kind of a rundown of the most commonly used finishes that we use in the shop.